مشاهدينا الكرام، ان شاء الله حنشوفوا البلاطو الامريكي و يعني هو تيقرا يعني ردود الافعال ديال الجمهور الرياضي الامريكي. فيعني غتلقاو في الفيديو ان شاء الله في الاول يعني بطريقه كوميديه تضحكوا على المنتخب ديالهم، تيقول لي كيفاش حنا بلد الملايير ما قدرش يجيب هدف واحد. هما في السياق تيتكلموا وعادي يبغوا يعرفوا شكون هو هذا المغرب، فغادي يلقاو فريمون غادي يلقاو اجوبه شافيه وكافيه ودقيقه من الناس المختصين غادي يعرفوهم شكون هو المغرب وشكون هو كرويا، وغادي يديروا لهم ربط بالماضي ويعني الحاضر. ما يعني هاد النتيجه ديال اليوم ما كانت الا اتعاب ديال سنوات ديال الجد العمل الشاق باش وصلوا ليه يعني اليوم. مشاهدينا الكرام، نخليكم تكتشفوا ما جاء في الفيديو، ولكن اول مره تمر على القناه ديالنا دعموا الموضوع بالاشتراك حتى نوفيكم بالجديد.
How you doing today?
I'm good, I'm fine, I'm elated, man.
Definitely, Africa is representing very well. I'm so excited. I mean, we saw Morocco go toe-to-toe with the almighty United States of America, and guess what? Not only did Morocco win this game, there were 4 unreplied goals. 4 unreplied. By that I mean 4 goals to 0.
4-0 to Morocco, Macaco, the worst team in soccer. Yes, we call it soccer, not football in America, but we might as well call it football because that was an embarrassment, man. 4-0, Macaco, or whatever they're done. We're United States. We have billions and billions of dollars, man, and we field a team that can't even get 1 goal versus Morocco. Worst team in soccer, football, whatever they call it there. It's just so depressing, man. This U.S. team, we care about soccer. We absolutely care. Don't we care? You don't care, but I care. Goalie, Saki, all the other dumb players of this team, I don't even know. I'm not even going to do research on that because they don't deserve my time to do research. They don't get my research. I have good time. I'm a busy man, and I don't have time to research all the dumb players on this team. So I'm not even going to waste your time. Why am I wasting your time? But this was our chance to win gold. I thought there was minuscule chance, but we couldn't even get out of the quarterfinals. To Morocco, Macaco.
It's the end of the Olympic dream for United States. They're going home. It is Morocco who advanced to the semifinal 4-0. The U.S. of course did themselves proud just to be here, but for Morocco, they want to take it home. They want to take it. They want to go all the way and win this whole thing. Morocco has smashed USA 4-0. Rahimi from the penalty spot. He did get the penalty spot. So this match, Morocco's a convincing team, and I think they could win it all. I can definitely see them winning everything, winning the whole tournament. They're not scared of Argentina. They beat Argentina already, so maybe France, but I still see them potentially beating France as well. So, look, we'll find out. We will find out. But as of right now, Morocco are in the semifinal. It's the first team to be in the semifinal.
Did you expect this performance from Morocco's side?
I never expected it. 4 goals against the USA. The USA of Paradise, that guy tormented the Guineans. That guy was so good. The entire team couldn't play. Big ups. Rakimi, 4 goals in 4 games. He's building up. Let them not say that. They won by luck. This is not luck. It is no luck. It is no fluke. Remember, this same team beat Argentina in the first game. Let me remind you guys so. And today, the quarterfinals, they beat the big USA. And this team is no fluke. Be the USA, be the Moroccan team. But I think the scoreline too was too much. Yeah. Yes, the Moroccans played so well, but I think that referee should not come back to FIFA, or in fact, that referee needs 4 years hiatus because there are some silly mistakes that he made. Yes, it favored the Moroccans, but no, that is not fair play in football. But then, the Moroccan outplayed the big USA. You cannot take that away. The first goal, a penalty, Rakimi scored, boom shakalaka. The second goal, Akomak. Beautiful laying of pass from the left hand side to him. Boom, he buried the ball. The third goal, ooh la la, from the almighty Hakimi. Hakimi from the right, he drove in. And the final goal from Muhab, a penalty kick. And that was the highlight of one of the bad issues from the referee. We also saw situations whereby the Moroccans wasted so much time with the ball, but that time did not reflect in the added time. Situation where the Moroccans were supposed to get carded, but that did not happen. Beautiful game of football, but at the end of the one, we also say that it was clothed with death, okay, and that was caused by the referee. But all in all, big congratulations to Rakimi. You did your countrymen well. You're 28 years old, but then you came in with so much experience, and that experience is highly paying off. The Olympics has given that window for that, so nobody should complain that a 28-year-old Rakimi is there and he might at the end of the day be the highest goal scorer of this competition. Moroccans used the opportunity very well. You have the opportunity to use. The Moroccans used it very well, utilized it very well. And one will also say, oh, come on, their senior men are playing, Rakimi is 25, almost 25 and 23, 2 years. Okay, Rakimi already is a special breed. Even when he was under 20, young man is a special breed. Then what about what was his name? Ezazuli of that he's 22 of Real Betis. What about what was his called? Akomak that is just 20. What about Richardson? Omo, you guys are just so good. God bless your heart. Thank you for making Africa proud. Thank you. How many times will I thank the Moroccans for making Africa proud? We understand that your football, I always say this about the Moroccan football. You have the finest, one of the finest in Africa. Oh, come to think of it, we have a show tomorrow. We are talking about the Moroccans and their league. My brother, my sister, woman, tune into that show, the African League show, and you will hear more about Morocco and their lovely football. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vic. Beautiful game of football for the Moroccan side, for representing Africa and placing Africa at the world map. And it's very, very, very wonderful. Bye for now, and Africa to the world.
The United States beaten 4-0 by Morocco in the Olympic quarter-finals. Hercules Gomez now joining the show, and the bad news for Herc is that he also had to be up at 6 a.m. to actually catch this game as well. Herc, 6 a.m. for a performance like this. How are you feeling after it? What are your thoughts on what you saw?
I got bags under my eyes, and for what? Actually, you know what, Kay? As expected, I mean, you have to keep things in perspective. It's the first time the U.S. youth national team, because it's a U23 tournament with 3 overage players, 3 reinforcements, has been back to the knockout rounds in 24 years. And when you look at this lineup, this 11, I mean, they lost who they were supposed to lose to, and they beat who they were supposed to beat in New Zealand and Guinea. But if you look at this lineup with the possible 11 of U23 age-eligible players who weren't in this game or weren't even in the Olympics, and that depends for the clubs because it's not a FIFA-sanctioned tournament, so they can say, we're not releasing you and these players don't go. You're talking about players like Yunus Musa, Ricardo Pepi. You're talking about players like Gio Reyna, Joe Scally, Johnny Cardoso, Malik Tillman, Folarin Balogun, first-team players with the national team that aren't here. So I find myself asking myself if I should be overly critical of what Marko Mitrovic did not do with this team in the setup, of what they were not able to do, despite it being 24 years since the last time they were in a knockout round versus a team in Morocco that you have to give a lot of credit to. The growth of Moroccan football has been something else. All these players on the Moroccan side, they don't play domestic football. They play abroad. Hakimi was released by PSG. Rahimi's the leading goal scorer of this tournament. He scored another goal today, by the way, so I can't be too upset, but it has me wondering what could have been. But a lot of this that you see online has been misplaced anger, ire, and I get it. It's been a hell of a summer for U.S. soccer fans on the men's side. Their team at Copa America just crashed out in embarrassing fashion. They were the host country, by the way, of this tournament, and they're out in a group that they had Bolivia and Panama and Uruguay, certainly, but those other two, and they couldn't get past. So I understand the ire. And look, listen, Greg Berhalter is gone for that. But this right here, I'm finding myself torn in between applauding a team for making it out to the knockout round, or simply, quite frankly, getting to the Olympics, because it's been quite some time, and ripping them to shreds for what? For a B/C team that couldn't beat a very good Moroccan team, a Moroccan team that's going to contend for a gold medal. So I'm a little torn here.
Well, let's hear what Walker Zimmerman had to say, because he had some harsh words actually after this. So we've got the quote from him. He said, players feel like just because we're whoever you are, that you can just get called in. That stuff pees me off. I think guys need to, every time they put on the jersey, I don't care how talented you are, you want to play with pride. I think we have the characters to do it, but we don't always do it. What do you think of what Zimmerman had to say here, Herc?
Shots fired, Kay. And it's not the first time we've heard this. We've heard Tim Ream mention this before in the past. Quite frankly, that was a sense many of us in the media, many of us who cover this team, this national team, on a weekly basis, whether the club teams and how they perform there or don't perform, and when they come into the U.S. men's national team program, this pool got complacent. They definitely didn't feel like they were being tested. Whatever the case may be, in the Greg Berhalter era, they somewhat felt too comfortable. And listen, you got a coach in Stevie Nicol on that panel could tell you that's the last thing you want your players to feel is comfortable.
We got to figure out what's going on with Morocco, because 79 were in Qatar and they were the talk of the town. I mean, that group had 2 semifinalists in it. They had the Croatian team, which in the previous World Cup was a finalist, the winner of CONCACAF in Canada. They had a golden generation of Belgium, went on to play Spain, knocked them out, went on to play Portugal, knocked them out, lost to France, but found themselves in a semifinal, and now they're here in a knockout round of the Olympics. They beat Argentina in the opening game. What's going on? Why this change in Moroccan football? What is it?
It's been a process, I think, for maybe since 2010 or something like that. Afterwards, they came the Football Federation. It was very difficult to get new talent, but with Fauzi Leksha as a new president, he changed everything completely, because everything was focused on the first team. But he said, we have to focus on the youth, under 17, under 20, under 23. That's why they take this Olympic tournament very seriously, because they want to win it. And they developed an academy in Rabat, the Mohammed the 6th Academy. A lot of players who played in Qatar came from that academy. They have scouts all over Europe. If you have a Moroccan name, they will reach out to you. You want to play for Morocco? Come. They will go to even to the US. They go to Asia. They have scouts all over the world, because that's the thing with this Moroccan team. When people ask me what's the identity of this team, I say passion, because regarding football talent, tactical, they have players who are born in Netherlands, used to total football, players born in France, players born in Germany. So you have this mix of different football culture, but they all have one thing, and that's passion. Moroccan football had the talent, but when the federation took things to the next level, young players started coming. The fans were standing behind the teams, because when you went to matches of Morocco 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the stadiums were completely empty, and now look at the stadiums at the Olympics, it's full.
مشاهدي الكرام، فيعني بغا يعرفوا فريمون شكون هو المغرب اللي وصل لهذا النيفو. فالمعرفة بحثوا غادي يلقاو بان المغرب بدا في 2010 وبدا بشكل اكاديميات، وطالق يعني الشمشمه ديالو تيجيبوا ليه يعني ذوي اصول يعني مغربيه من العالم، فيما شي واحد ذوي اصول مغربيه ويعني وعنده مهارات يعني كرويه، فيعني تيستدرجوه وتيحاولوا يغذيو به يعني المنتخبات المغربيه، وفي نفس الوقت دايرين جميع الفئات السنيه، واحد تيغذي واحد. فاللي قال هادشي اللي تشوفوا ما هو او النتيجه ديال يعني ما وصل ليه المغرب يعني في يعني مونديال قطر ما كانش جاء من الصدفه، فهو نتيجه ديال جهد جهيد، وفي اكاديميه وفيها تخطيط وفيها اموال طائله تخسرت على اساس باش يعطيك بحال هذا اللاعب. وتكلموا على اللاعبين كاملين، فقال لي يعني ما تقولوش بان المنتخب كبير ولا يعني بحالكم بحالهم، يعني عاد 3 لاعبين من الكلاس ا تعطيو بعد 3 لاعبين السن فلان، شوف شحال سجل من اهداف على رحيم، وهضروا على ففي الحقيقه اقتنعوا بالفكره بان المغرب يستحق، يعني يستحق هذا الشيء. ويعني من امريكي ذوي الاصول الافريقيه قال لك بان شكرا للمغاربه جعلوا الافارقه يفخرون. يعني هو ذوي اصول افريقيه، فقال لك يعني شكرا للمغاربه يعني جعلوا الافارقه يفخرون. فهذا تقييم ويعني شكر المغاربه كاملين في الحقيقه لما تلقى يعني هادشي اللي وصل ليه المغرب، فهو يعني يفخر به الافارقه. مشاهدينا الكرام، والى فيديوهات لاحقه.